situation depending upon the number of students. I would like to say that it would be nice if that were to happen, but it's really kind of difficult.
One other question I had is, and I don't know if I read this in the proposal, in addition to yourself, are there other teachers already planning on attending?
I have a list of about 15 who'd like to go as chaperones.
Yeah, I know the superintendent has mentioned to me she'd like to attend also. So.
That's true. Yeah, there are a number of people that have been interested in or expressed interest in this. And again, it's all dependent upon the number of students that sign up. EF offers one chaperone for every 6 students that goes, so that depending upon 18 or 30, and we'll see what happens for the numbers.
And did you chaperone the trip to Italy?
I did go with them. It wasn't my trip, but
Right.
I did do that. And 2 years ago, I took 11 students to France from North Reading High School. And I have gone on these before from the other high school where I taught, so this would be my, I think, 6th trip with various organizations.
How many went to Italy?
44.
Wow.
It was really...
This is school vacation.
Your daughter,
right?
your daughter.
She didn't go to, she went to every place else. She didn't go to
This is school
I think she was,
vacation.
yeah.
Yes, it's April
Right.
vacation.
Yeah.
school vacation. Well, ever since I saw that movie Taken, I'm a little nervous about trips to France, but no.
I think it's a great opportunity for the kids. It's optional, as I said. It's not part of the curriculum. No one's required to go. If the kids want to go and the parents and the kids have the way to afford this trip, then I'm fine with it. So. Any other comments?
Can I make a motion?
I'll accept a motion to approve the trip to Spain, France and Spain.
So moved.
Have a second.
I second it.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Thank you. I'll have to get
4 to
to
1
work.
vote. Keep us up to speed on, and hopefully you'll be able to take the superintendent as a chaperone. I think you make a good chaperone.
Great idea.
Thank you, Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Good night.
Thank you. So you need to get that set up?
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk slowly.
I have to move it over right in front of
I
me.
gotta move. So while I'm moving, next we have the annual presentations of our elementary school improvement plans. And I think the fairest way is to call all 3 principals up to the table at the same time, and then they can fight amongst themselves to see who goes first. Now you can go by alphabetical order.
No, I drew the short
Do
straw.
you do the short stick?
I
You're ready?
did.
Okay.
Or you can go by seniority.
Or you go by seniority. Actually, wait a minute. Either way, Sean will go first.
Yeah.
Just keeps getting better.
So I guess Mrs. Molly.
Yes,
did the short stick.
I
She will be our
did.
first presenter when Mrs. Willis gets the
as soon as it comes out.
project. So I can ask the principals, I'm sure that this is an exciting week for you, probably a little more exciting for the kids, getting ready for summer.
Field day tomorrow.
Oh, field day tomorrow at the Little, and a batch, I think, already, did you already have your field day?
Tomorrow as well.
Oh, it's
yeah,
tomorrow as
all
well, and how about
kids
the hood?
today.
Last week.
Last week. It's always fun.
I'm gonna get the lights.
Didn't get a cut.
Just the back one, I mean the front, Sean.
What happened to the
And I
No.
I think they're on,
Advances forward, this advances backwards.
no, yes, try that. No, go the other side, there we go,
You
perfect.
can ask me to do
That's,
all this
nope,
at
that's
once?
perfect.
You were just, I
I
skipped a
think
slide on
I
you.
can see.
Did you? What, this is the beginning? Yeah.
Okay, so our first presentation will be from Chris Molly, principal of the Little School. They of the Labrador versus the batch of the Bulldog, and what is the hood?
The Hound Dog.
The Hound Dog.
You have to come by and see our wonderful mural.
Yes, recently done. It looks unbelievable. I
It is
saw a photo
beautiful.
over there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Very nice.
I love it.
So the floor is yours, Chris.
Thank you for having us. Nice to see you all again. Seems like yesterday we were here doing this the last year. But, so for the elementary schools in North Reading, this year's improvement plan, our priority number 1 has been and still remains small class sizes. We firmly believe that the single best way to provide a quality education is by maintaining a small class size. And thanks to the hard work of the school committee, we were able, I'm going to skip ahead of that, to achieve 100% of classrooms below 22, I believe, at the batch. And At the Hood School for 2012-2013, K through 3 and grade 5 will have less than the 22 student ratio, and grade 4 will have 23 in 2 out of the 3 classes in grade 4. And then at the little school, it is expected that grades 2, 3, 4 will meet the North Reading School Committee's projected targets of class size, but the full-day kindergarten, grades 1 and 5, will exceed the targets with populations of 22 students.
I think, and obviously the principals understand the challenge you have is when you get either increasing or declining enrollments, you get to that line where if you add a teacher, you end up with 13 in a class, and if you don't add a teacher, you have 26 in the class. And I think we're getting to that.
Yeah.
We always get to that spot usually in one of the schools is one class or one grade that we just can't balance it perfectly. But I think overall, we're pretty close to where we want to be.
We're in good shape.
The Hood School is actually up next. I've talked before with the committee in regards to our philosophy at the Hood School. We believe that hand in hand together we can accomplish many of the goals that we outline in our school improvement plan, and many of the things that can be accomplished in the school can be accomplished collaboratively by working together with various stakeholder groups. If you actually look at the picture, you can see the updated picture of the mural in the background
that's cool.
behind the children.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's a nice photo, Mr. McKay.
It's right on the wall.
Yeah, right on the wall
That's
by the
awesome.
gym.
See
By
that
the
on
gym.
Twitter feed.
Who did the mural?
A gentleman by the name of Rich Lyons. He is a relative of Laurie Lyons, who does a lot of work for Northcam, as well as she was a great help with our stormwater runoff grant.
Right.
So she was always there helping out. So it was really nice to get him to step up at the last minute and
That's great.
come in and do it. He spent a ton of time on it.
Yeah, it looks great.
It just looks beautiful. He actually, it was nice. He did it during the school day, for the most part. So a lot of the students got the opportunity to watch him and spend some time with him during recess doing it. And we have some nice snapshots of kids watching and participating. So it was good fun. Just want to start off by thanking members of my school council, Erin Carlson, who was our community representative, Leanne Mahoney, who is a special education teacher at the Hood School, Ruth Clark, our music teacher, myself, Elaine Murphy, and Heather Laverdiere, who are both parent representatives. Some highlights. Last year, we really focused on using data to inform our instruction in key areas. We specifically focused on grade 1 by having grade 1 data team meetings, and with the hopes that that pilot in grade 1 will carry throughout the school and serve as a model. We're proud of our technology integration, the area of smart boards and iPads. You can walk around the school now and you'll see teachers holding iPads and waiting in line to book the smart board. We will continue with the implementation of 90-minute uninterrupted literacy blocks in grades 1 through 4. We feel that that's our best practice. We will continue to utilize technology for communication, websites, blogs, Twitter, and email. We think that's a great way to keep families informed, and it's environmentally sound practice to reduce the amount of paper leaving the building. We will continue to utilize professional learning community study groups to research and implement best practices, and school-wide focus on student expectations. That's our SRR behaviors, the safe, responsible, respectful behaviors that we preach at the Hood School. Our goals, goal number 1, and we'll go in a little bit more depth, is improve student achievement. Number 2 will be to continue to implement our philosophy of working together as a learning community. Goal number 3 will be to provide a safe learning environment for all children, free of ridicule, where children will be able to express themselves freely. And number 4, maintain strong relationships and partnerships with our school committee, school parents association, school councils, school staff, and school community at large. Some things that we pulled out of goal number 1. Improve student achievement in the area of literacy. We'll continue to refine our literacy RTI model. We'll implement flexible groups in grade 1. We'll continue to implement foundations in grades 1 and expand that to grade 2 this year. And we'll conduct formal data meetings in all grade levels. In math, I know this was one of the committee's favorite items, was win time, what I need time, and that was that time when we watched the video of the students dancing between classrooms.
Right.
So we'll continue to have that and expand it outward to grades 2 and upward to grade 5. We're looking to build 60 minutes of uninterrupted mathematics blocks into our schedule. That is a challenge. We believe we can do it, and we're going to work hard to do that. Social studies, we want our students to improve. I'm already on to the next goal. Improve in achievement in both formal and informal assessments in the area of social studies. And in science, implement no atom in grades 3, which is a continuation, and expand that up to grade 4. We would still like to continue to add science, MCAS prep for grade 5, and our MCAS remediation program.
Before you, just quickly, and this will be while the principal, so it's probably actually better to ask this of the superintendent. In terms of no atom, will that also be eventually taught in grade 5, or is it just a 3 and 4?
No, the plan is to take that to grade 5.
Okay. I'm glad we could get it to 4 this year, so I just wanted to.
We are very pleased.
And the teachers are very happy as well, so thank you for that. Goal number 2, to continue to implement our philosophy of working together as a learning community. This year, we're going to spend a lot of time focusing on common planning time and collaboration and the structure of collaboration, which will focus on best practices and meeting the needs of all learners. Our curriculum specialists are working to develop a shared practice in regards to MCAS preparation through the utilization of strategies across grade levels, and the example is our QAR. 3, to provide that safe learning environment for all children free of ridicule, where they'll be able to express themselves freely. We will continue to have our High Five, Wall of Fame, and SRR school-wide behavior plan. We found great success with that. The kids love it, we love it, and it's just a nice framework to work within. This year, we want to refocus ourselves on our social emotional learning curriculum, our open circle curriculum. We feel that that's something that is in place. We let it slide a little bit, and we want to bring that back because we find so much value in it. And goal number 4, maintain strong relationships and partnerships with school committee, school parents association, school council, school staff, and the community at large. We're always looking to create opportunities for various stakeholder groups to come in and participate in our school. Our claim to fame, I believe, with this one is our Read Across America celebration that gets bigger and better every year. So we hope to have everyone come out and join us for that next year on Dr. Seuss's birthday. And we will continue to implement the North Reading Public Schools bullying policy and intervention plan. The Hood School A to Z will be updated and continue as a resource for the school community. The Hood School A to Z, if you're not familiar with that, just outlines everything that you could possibly think of at the Hood School from A to Z, and it's a nice resource for parents and families. And we will continue to have our literacy cart available to parents throughout the school year. Any questions before we move on to the Batchelder School? With that being said, Mr. Colleen?
Good evening. Thank you for including all of us together. I think it's helpful for us to be able to sit down and spend time looking at all the wonderful things that our teachers are doing. Working with Mrs. Molly and Mr. McKay, it's a true pleasure to be able to see all the goals, and although they're a little bit different at each school, the common core is right there, and I think you'll see that consistently through the presentation this evening. The Bachelor School always tries to keep it pretty simple as far as our school goals under, it's easy as ABC, with achievement, bulldog pride, and community. That's kind of how we approach our school improvement plan as well. Mr. McKay, before I hit the wrong button, am I just arrowing on the bottom?
This one.
The R. Thank you. Nope. The middle. Is that right?
No.
The top one's the light.
One below it.
Yep, that's what I said.
Oh,
That's
there you
okay.
go.
Set me up on that one. Appreciate it.
I'm
You'll
sympathetic, John.
you'll see a new technology goal for mine at the end of the year. I'd like to thank my school council. It's a great group with a lot of different experience that help us look at education through a lot of different lenses. We meet regularly. Our Tabitha Hydorn is our faculty rep. She's our school psychologist and co-chair. Katie Stewart is a grade 1 classroom teacher. She's a faculty rep. Carla Lister is our music teacher. Jessica Hampoian is a parent representative. Carol Smith is a parent representative, and Betty Green is our community representative. I'll make one last plea. A couple of weeks ago, you saw on the transcript, an open invitation for a community representative for school council. we are still searching for that. So feel free, if you're networking and you know somebody that would like to get involved.